money and health. Most health problems are not money problems, just like most money problems are not money problems. Throwing more money at someone who has perfected the marketing strategy of holding up the same type of brown piece of cardboard with the same black ink isn't going to help them if they've been doing the same thing for over a year, which most of them have. Likewise, throwing more money at our health problems hasn't helped us solve the big health problems. The big health and money problems are not money problems. All kinds of health and wealth is created by our everyday acts. Don't ask me how many beggars I've talked to who have expressed the blatant unwillingness to make any better choices for themselves. My first question is, how long have you been doing this? It's usually for quite a while, which I have to say, so giving you more money isn't helping you? And do you realize that positive choices produce positive results? There are key areas of our life that come before money, thus the parable of the 10 virgins teaching preparedness, and then the principles of business and money with the parable of the talent to even produce more money. Health definitely comes before money. So why do people think they can buy it? Most money problems aren't even money problems, let alone our health. And too many success programs just focus on making money. People wonder why they don't have it. And T. Harv Eker has said, it's like wondering why you don't have more fruit on your tree when you don't bother to water the tree. Shall we take a bunch of fruit and dump it at the bottom of the tree and wonder why the tree doesn't produce more fruit? Have you ever heard about how most people who win the lottery or strike it rich in some other way, who haven't disciplined themselves in their spending habits, just spend it until they lose everything and have nothing to show for it? That speaks volumes of what money has to do with our success. According to Matthew chapter 25, there's an order to being prepared and also making money and giving back. Let's zoom in on the parable of the talent, which is business, investment, and money. The definition of the word talent is money. I'm going to give you some of my own personal insights to this parable. The master, who is a very successful businessman, had likely recruited several other people in the past and become very proficient at observing his own actions and consequences, as well as the different levels of empowerment in different people. After decades of experience with himself, and in watching people with different habits, he'd seen the fruits of those habits over and over again. There were reasons he only gave 2 talents to one person, 5 to another, and 10 to another. In my opinion, this was in direct relation to the level of empowerment he saw, lower to average, good, and greatest. The lower to average person had the attitude issue of, this guy, who does he think he is? He's going to reap where he doesn't even sow. He's a staunch investor and will be upset if I lose the money he just gave me, but I don't think it's right, him benefiting from my efforts. That's just, So I'll just hide it in a safe place so at least he can't accuse me of losing it. Then at least he has nothing to complain about. The other 2 knew that some parts of the business were not necessarily the most fun types of business, but jumped in and did it anyway, and the 2 who did what the master asked them to both doubled their investment in a certain time period. When the master came back, seeing what they had all accomplished, he praised the ones who had doubled the money, and the one with an attitude problem had his 1 talent taken away, and that one was given to the person who the master had already rated the highest and had doubled the 5 talents to 10. Matthew chapter 25, verse 30. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Since the wise ones had just doubled their money once already, they knew they could do it again and again, Even though some aspects of business may require them to actually get up off their butt, they didn't complain too much. They weren't afraid of reciprocating and giving their master his share. After a while, the successful ones were likely able to master the process and find others with the key qualities they had for success, to teach them the secrets of success, and eventually were also able to reap where they didn't sow. If only the lowest to average rated person would have been willing to get up off their lazy butt, they could have been just as successful. Now consider how this applies to the type of business today that is creating more millionaires than all the dot-coms and real estate programs combined. Network marketing. That's right. Even Harvard is teaching the principles in their business school now, so it was accepted as legal a long time ago. Not that there aren't some that break the rules. If they are a member of the Direct Selling Association, which most are, they should know and be following the rules. The ease of doubling is why network marketing has been proven to be so successful. I just warn you not to be fooled by the power and simplicity of one or two principles. How long have we been told to get our priorities straight? It's time for us to be aware and align with all the principles at work. The more principles you align with, especially the ones that deserve to be the highest priority, the more successful you will become. And just like the laws of empowerment, it's not just about doing one thing right, but doing it all right. Yes, it's shaped like a pyramid, just like every other organization. Get over it. There are reasons why most organizations take the shape of a pyramid. Even the basic funnel marketing principle is the shape of a pyramid. The top personal development experts teach people how to pattern the priorities in their lives in the shape of a pyramid. Many things in nature take the shape of a pyramid. Just look at the Church of Scientology. Talk about a huge funnel marketing plan. IRS agents are secret agents, use aliases, and get paid on commission, so of course they've done their best to get a piece of that money pie. And duplicating belief on a large scale in a world of unbelievers has its challenges. Again, the phrase, "If it sounds too good to be true, it can't be true." Evidently, a lot of people believe that way, and if you follow that line of thinking, after a while, you don't even believe in God. We've got to negate little statements like that. Nothing is too good to be true if it is true. And erase the word try from your vocabulary unless you actually intend it to be understood as fail. When people say the word try, I always interpret it as fail. What if it only actually took us 1 month to find someone else who believes and applies the same principles of success? Can you see how much of business is just a numbers game? If everyone duplicated 1 per day, then they would still have 4,096 people in their organization in only 12 days. Duplicating simple beliefs and actions is not as easy as it sounds, so experiment with it. To discover what your rate is, you have to perform the experiment yourself. To be realistic, you have to sign up more than the one to find the one who's willing to also apply the principles of duplication. Another thing is, if people aren't making enough money within 60 to 90 days to a year, some will quit. There's a temperature where water boils. 1 degree less, and it doesn't boil. Once you get it boiling, it's easy to keep it there. The enthusiasm you get by winning in business is like the temperature of water. You can make a goal to double every 2 months, but if you're not winning fast enough, your enthusiasm, which is contagious, as well as the enthusiasm of your group, will not be at the level that will create the success you're looking for. So I recommend planning realistically and fast enough to help you lead your group to success. Who doesn't have a little investment money, very low risk for a business opportunity that would generate that kind of success in 1 to 2 years? Well, it's possible. Remember to pay it forward. Do the right thing with it.